Samson's Story Part 2. God sent Samson to Manoah's family to save Israel from a strong country called Philistines. God blessed Samson, and Samson grew up moved by the Spirit of God. Samson did not start a war to save Israel. Rather, Samson used a method that's a little different from that of other people. He decided to marry a woman living in a place called Timnah in Philistines in order to fight Philistines alone. When Samson's parents couldn't understand what Samson was thinking and asked him, "Why not marry a woman among our people of Israel?" And the Philistines didn't doubt Samson, thinking, "Samson must want to become one of us, seeing how he's marrying our woman." On his way to Timnah to meet his future wife, Samson came across a young lion. The lion growled towards Samson, and just then the Spirit of God moved Samson. He fought the lion with his bare hands. According to the Bible, Samson tore the young lion apart like a baby goat. What's even more surprising is that Samson later passed by the lion's carcass. He saw a swarm of bees and some honey, and Samson tasted that honey and took it to his parents. On Samson's wedding day, 30 Philistines were invited to the banquet. Samson had on 30 garments and gave them a riddle. Samson said to them, "Out of the eater something to eat, out of the strong something sweet." What was this riddle about? It was about the dead lion that Samson had killed and the honey that came out of it. As the last day of the feast approached, the Philistines who couldn't answer the riddle began threatening Samson and his wife, saying that they'd set their house on fire if they didn't tell them the answer. Samson knew all this would happen, but for the sake of his wife, he told them that the riddle was about the lion and honey. Samson went to another city in Philistines, plundered 30 sets of clothes, then gave them to the people. Then he went back to his wife, and you know what happened? She had already married another man in the meantime. Samson was angry that Samson took 300 foxes, which is 10 times the 30 people who made this happen, tied their tails together, put torches on their tails, and then the fields of the Philistines also on fire. The Philistines suffered more damage than any other war. Not only their standing grain, but also their vineyards and olive groves were burned. What do you think? Samson's fight is very different from other fights we've seen in Judges, right? Samson didn't fight thousands of people like Gideon did, but filled with God's Spirit and with his own strength and wisdom, Samson was on his way to fighting his own battles with the multiple cities of the Philistines.